right, Kyle, first time up at 86, domestically, how'd you feel?
I felt pretty good. I had a brutal draw, really.
You did.
Going through Gavin and Reeder and then Taylor. Those guys are all studs. They've been through the ropes. They know what's going on. They know how to wrestle, and it was a fight every single time I went out there. And that's just kudos to those guys.
Take us through the early stages of the match. How are you able to gain control and get it down and get some turns?
I've been working more on my explosion a little bit. There was a time last year where I was focusing a lot on my picks and low ankle stuff, and thankfully my partners, we got Enoch Francois, he wrestled 97, and then Nate Carr Jr. They do a lot for me. They're great partners, and they've really helped me work on my explosion and working on my angles and really just firing off shots, because they're so fast that if I can get a shot on them, I feel like I can get a shot on anybody.
What's the key to slowing Taylor down? It seems like, even in that second period there, he's coming at you, and just can't score. What's the key there? I
think a lot of it has to do with just my confidence in letting him in on my legs. Not that I want him in on my legs at all, because he's a great finisher. You saw it today. He tech fold pretty much everybody, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he's a really tough guy, and that's something I need to improve on, is not letting guys get to my legs as much. I get really comfortable there just because I've done so well in those positions, and I've been able to score when guys are in on my legs. But when you get to the highest levels, when I got to wrestle Sajalayev and Salas, I can't let those guys get to my legs.
How big a springboard is this going into 2016 to win here?
It's awesome. I've been training pretty hard. I had a disappointing Russia trip. It was tough for me to go over there and not be able to compete at my best. But that's how the cookie crumbles, right? So you got to deal with those adverse situations and come back stronger. And I like to think that I did.
Do you feel more acclimated to 86 now? I mean, maybe at the Russia trip was the first time.
Yeah. I got actually really sick in Russia, which was the worst part. I lost almost 4.5 kilos over there, which really hurt me, because I didn't have my legs, I didn't have my pop, and those guys were just so much bigger too. So it was a tough situation, but I came into this camp and had a really good training cycle and put together a really good tournament.
Are you going anywhere before the trials internationally?
That's a conversation I got to have with our coaches and Coach Burnett and the guys at the OTC to figure out what the game plan is. It's just, we got to qualify the weight still. We got to qualify the weight, and that's really important. And all this is for nothing if we don't get to compete at the Olympics. So it's really, really important for us to qualify this weight. And if I'm the man to do it, then hopefully I'll get the job done. I expect to.
Can you talk about being in the spotlight? You're the last match here, your featured match here. You always thrive in the spotlight. I mean, do you love it?
Yeah, it's fun to be able to compete for your fans and everyone and your sponsors and put on a show for everybody, because it's really tough to do if you don't have a support system, and the fans are a huge support for us, all of us really. And I wouldn't be able to do it without my sponsors either. Milwaukee Tool, Flips Wrestling, Core Power, X Athletic, FLWC, Spartan Race. All these guys have done so much for me. I'm so thankful for them, that if I can put on a show in the spotlight, that's just a bonus.
All right, Kyle, congratulations, man. You look great.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.